No drinking.
It's allowed.
I'm special. That can sponsor this podcast.
Okay, we're ready to
Okay.
I'm so blessed to be here with my baby sister, Kazi. Hi. My very good, of course, my co-host, Hilda. And then...
Yo, Rutebz.
Yeah. Rutebz.
Okay.
My very good friend.
Just wow.
You guys know how we roll. We're going to dive right into
Smallz'S.
We are going to discuss the viral video that went around of a young 14-year-old lady who was invited, I think, to a friend's house, and then she ended up being beaten. All this was recorded. So they beat her. There's a point where they pour water on her, then they continue whipping her. So right now, as it stands, she actually went to the police with her mother and asked that everyone arrested be released because she feels like it is her fault. So I just wanted to get everybody's take.
Actually, she did. I don't think she went to police. What I read is that what I saw online is that, remember, the video first goes viral, and then like people start reaching out on Twitter. They're like, this is not right. Someone give me this child's number. I put a police case. So someone else put up that case.
Actually, very many independent lawyers, and they kept on
looking, tagging
the
police. Video, and they're like, police. So I don't think she took herself.
Do you think this happened recently, or could it have happened in like other holidays? Or
I think this is like the past week.
It happened recently. It happened recently.
It was leaked like maybe amongst friends. Like,
first of all, I don't even think it was leaked. This is not the first thing where people got in trouble because of someone sharing a video. Maybe someone was just excited. It's like, you see.
But I feel like Shukri just can be like, you know what? If any other person does stress my man's what happens to you, like.
So the main chick in that video probably recorded this, wanting to teach other girls.
Yes, like get your hands off my man. Yes.
Yeah, that's possible.
14.
I don't know if are all the other girls 14 the ones who are beating her as well? Are they?
No, one of them is 18.
I think all of them are a bit older actually. But then they showed us a picture of the 18-year-old. 18-year-old is under arrested. So the others are probably younger.
Why would anybody do something like this?
Maybe first of all there's a general sadness around.
Yes, but my point is
this, Derek. Malice.
No, yes, malice. But then also it was people are going through sadness and all of that. And so what if you? So what happens? You're going through sadness. So you're going to spread it around.
Are you going to kill someone?
Are you giving us presents? Exactly. Like work on your issues. Like I'm so tired of that story and all those stories.
Sad. Okay.
Wait, what do you think is causing?
Demons, nothing else. But demons, honestly.
Demons,
nothing else. Nothing else. Everyone needs to resolve a conflict. You have to beat someone. Are you mad?
If we are to be completely honest,
I thought we did.
Does that girl look like they would have spoken to her and should have returned to that house?
There was something off about the way she was reacting to the abuse that she was undergoing.
So was she supposed
It is her personality.
She wasn't screaming. She wasn't. Yes.
Let neighbors know that she's a 14-year-old girl
for your
eating
life.
I'm not justifying it, but people ban their children's hands for
People are sick.
People are crazy. People are sick. I told you from the beginning, people are sick. People are not sad, people are sick.
But these are not parents. They're
You saw the headlines, 14 million Ugandans are mad. What did you expect?
Goodness. First of all, don't believe everything that
What did you expect?
Don't read. Thank you.
14
Don't believe
million.
everything you see on the news. God.
Hey, what do you mean?
Of course, we know. What we gonna do? We want to live.
I want to be alive, okay?
We're 8 minutes.
You guys are saying that these guys just busted out on her.
We are trying to figure out why.
People born between 91 to 95, or maybe let's say 96, could have a hang of it.
So you're saying none of us were born in 91?
No. I'm saying
Okay.
people like us understand why we can't record certain things. People born after
Oh, you feel like
1997.
millennials. For them, they
Gen-
feel like everything
Gen
must
Z-
be recorded.
For them, they think everything must be recorded and posted. It's like, oh my.
But
okay,
okay,
so
fine.
Just
Even
think
if it
about
wasn't
it.
being
It was a
recorded, it
situation
had to
about
first be done
embarrassing
to be
her.
recorded.
That's
Yes, they want exactly. They wanted to
That is why
embarrass
it
her.
was
That's why they
posted.
undressed
That's
her.
what they
want-
undressed her. That's why
Exactly.
they-
At the age of
Children.
15, at 18, you're willing to
They're
create
kids.
bodily harm over someone. Because
Over
of
a
the
man.
They're kids, they don't have sense.
yeah, you guys, we are worth something, you know.
And obviously,
it's
that
so
man
good,
is
that's
completely trash.
No,
Yes,
but
you-
nobody said that you're not worth anything. There's
but
more
you
to life
understand
than
why-
a man. It's my point.
I know why I think these things are happening.
Why?
First of all, there is poor parenting. Yes, I'm going to bring it back to the parents. I do not see any kind of sound parenting in this video at all. From the nigger who is watching this happening, what kind of man watches another woman being beaten by
And then you just laugh
two
and
and
record.
fight and you're recording.
Everyone,
Thank you,
everyone
girl.
is miserable.
Preach.
It's the beginning of the year. You're sleeping with my man, and yet you're a child. And I'm also a child. I'm not going to treat you like a 24-year-old or a 42-year-old mom who's probably going to punish you. I and you are sharing a man, so I'm going to treat you
like a co-wife.
like a co-wife.
That's why she
She
was
just
putting them
did it.
hands on
They
her.
didn't think about her being 14.
Oh, so
It's
you feel
only
it was
us
more
who
of
are
affection?
older.
It's
It was
just-
like two
No,
women fighting
it's
over
two
a
women
guy, and
fighting
in my
over
mind,
man.
I'm
It's
like, you
just
guys
us
should be
who
focused
are
on
old
school,
enough
on making
and
your
conscious
life.
enough to know that, come on, she's 14.
You guys,
She's
hold up.
even-
Rhoda said, how old is this man to afford that apartment? What if this man is a predator and he's preying on all those
Of
girls?
course, he's a
That's
predator.
what I'm saying.
Think
She's
about
14.
that.
She's 14. No one wants to think about the
So,
fact that this
me, I'm
man
asking,
was
why-
sleeping with a
14-year-old
14-year-old.
girl. Yeah, do you know
That
how?
nigga
Do you
ain't
know how
16.
how
He ain't
girls look like
18.
when they are 14?
He has a whole apartment with a couch and everything. You guys. No wonder she was fighting for him. She's
So-
18 and has a whole ass man with an
With a
apartment.
house and a
Girls
car.
out
So
here
guys, can I
my
ask-
age,
Can I
right?
ask a question?
They got-
Do you think that this guy was unaware of this girl's age?
Of course not. Very much aware. This is not some random 14-year-old.
This is your friend.
So she feels betrayed.
That's the first thing.
Yeah, anyway.
And that's why Martha was saying that it's not normal to be seated there, because it's not just some ordinary girl who has caught you in her guy's house.
It's
This
your
is the girl
friend.
Yeah.
that I'm not
No,
trying to
yeah.
blame anyone, and even me, if I was in that 14-year-old position, I would also go and have them released and be like, let them get released, because I also knew I was doing something wrong.
14,
Because
you
she's
guys.
not
Do you know
just
what
some
you were doing
random.
at 14?
But no one
But
has
she's
the right
not
to
a
put their hands
random-
on you like
Look,
that.
maybe at 14,
Whether she was wrong
maybe
or
at
not,
14,
the end there justified them.
maybe at 14 you can't recognize
Yeah.
how serious sleeping with another person.
The people who beat that girl and that girl who was being beaten, all of you need to go for a very serious psychological assessment, because that is not normal behavior for anybody, and at the ages that they are at, for them to do that and then even have the audacity to record it and then post it. I beg me at this age, I know they do that. Who born you? Hey, all of you are failures.
But just like
You're a
let me
failure.
You're
Let me
working.
reiterate
You're
Derek's
a
point.
victim. All of you are
Derek said
victims. Even the
it is
girls are
millennium that they are
victims. Girl looks to me like
She's
she
in
has
puberty.
been around that way. She looks to me
And then
like
she looks.
has
She looks.
definitely. Judging by her
She
reaction.
looks
Guys, make us the
older.
pull
I
dance.
don't blame her. I
Make us
blame
the
your
pull
mother.
dance.
I
So first
blame
time I
your
saw that
father.
dance.
Anyway, that is true. Why is a 14-year-old getting undressed on TikTok?
You're
Why
doing
does a
that shit.
14-year-old have a
I have
TikTok?
my father. He's a
Exactly.
present parent.
Exactly.
You're
Exactly.
trying
Why?
to
Yes.
Why does a
Yes.
14-year-old
Yes.
have
Yes.
TikTok?
You know what
Yes.
TikTok can do to a child?
Exactly.
Do you know what
Guys,
TikTok
guys,
is doing to
can't
the
do
minds
this.
of
Guys,
adults?
it
That
can't
you
do
are
this.
allowing a 14-year-old to be on
It
TikTok.
goes back to what
You
I
are
said.
failure.
It goes back
You
to
should
what I
not
have
said.
failed.
expose your child. 14-year-old who's watching
Does
TikTok
not have that
Derek,
mental
I don't know if you're aware
assessment.
of how
Yeah.
many 14-year-old teenagers have died doing TikTok challenges.
Stupid
Yeah.
nonsense.
Because their parents
choking
thought that this
challenge.
guy is my child is bright
Smart
enough, they're not
to
going to
know
do that.
This is bad.
You get me? That's why we still have.
Can I ask?
That's why we still have
Can I ask?
censorship on movies.
Because
My
it was
friend.
not advanced.
Censorship.
Yes.
Censorship. If I bought my child a phone, you know very well I'm going to stalk them day and night.
Yes. Yes. But you can't.
Period.
If I buy my
But you
child,
actually can.
I can use
There are
spyware.
parents who are
I
doing
can.
that.
I can put
There are parents
spyware.
who read their kids' messages.
As well as
I
kids
do.
go and
Your kid receives
Yeah,
their
they go and do.
message.
They go and use their friends' accounts.
please.
Come on, guys.
Try
But
me.
you know what?
Guys, don't do that
Every
now.
message you dare receive, I go read her.
let me give you my
Before you.
opinion, yeah? Let me give you my opinion.
I will not allow the devil to snatch you.
You know when they gave me my They gave it to wait. They gave it to me with pieces. That's very young, right?
Yeah.
That's younger than
Yeah.
14. Now I want to reiterate.
But not
again.
a smartphone.
First, wait. It was BlackBerry, but before I shock before I shock you,
BlackBerry, no, the reason as to why.
they gave me that phone at that age
Hold
because
on,
they
BlackBerry.
raised me knowing that regardless of whatever people she meets out there,
I have at least raised her and known that this shouldn't be done. This is wrong. It's like how you're 14
And
and you
why
meet a
was that
16-year-old. No, I'm telling you, when I was in Lohana Academy, they gave me a phone. We were only 3
Good,
people in
we're
class
very
who had
many.
phones, yeah?
Yeah.
Other parents were saying it is spoiling the kids.
Yes.
My mom saw it differently.
Yeah.
Now I've told you that I'm not talking about smartphones. I'm
Yeah,
talking
just a
about
phone.
TikTok.
Yeah.
In particular, I'm talking
Yes.
about social media.
Yes.
I can give my 14-year-old, my 10-year-old a phone if he's going to use it to call me.
Yeah.
If he's going to use it for
Yes,
schoolwork,
to text
to
me.
block all the
Yes.
pornographic
Yeah,
sites.
yes,
You need
spyware.
to be a
Where you
responsible
can't block
parent
all the-
till
yeah.
your
Till
kid
your
leaves
child.
the
A
house.
responsible
Don't
parent
say,
talks
I'm
there.
telling you
Yeah.
the fact.
You have
Don't
to
say
stop.
that because
In
your
this
kid is
in this
15.
day and age.
Don't say I have to stop
Privacy?
watching them. No.
What is
There are
that?
people who there are people who are 32 and they have their own kids.
Yes.
Right? Is Martha a millennial? Yes. She's raising Gen Z.
Yes.
Those millennials, like me, have been raised with not just phones, but with internet. Very.
I want you guys to acknowledge the age we're in. The age we're in is that if your child doesn't have a smartphone, they're going to be depressed. Because the whole class
Stop being
has
dramatic.
smartphones. What do you
Because
mean?
you're a failure as a parent.
What do you mean?
And you have not told
Come
me
on.
what's important.
Come on.
Yes.
The way
You're
you were
depressed.
raised.
Okay.
I didn't give you a
Okay.
phone.
We
Yeah,
have
but
nephews
okay.
and
You
nieces.
say-
who
What happened
prefer
in
to
the
watch
Okay.
morning?
them.
But talking about kids now, and how many of them? Because I have a cousin, and like I said, depends on how you're married. I mean how you're raised. For him, what he did, and his daughter hasn't turned 18. He said no smartphones in his house. It's a rule. He's like, yes, she goes to school, she whines, she's in an international school. He's like, oh my God, everyone has a phone. She's like, no, until you're what? You're 18. So yes, I agree with you. But you guys, I want you to look at the guys. When you say people are failing, it's not that people are failing. People also do not know how dangerous some of these things are. That's why I told
So
you.
what
some
are they
of these-
doing?
Because you
As
have
a
to
parent.
teach them.
Exactly.
Your job is to know
Educate
what
yourself.
dangerous
What is in
things
your
are.
household?
So you cannot say that me, I did not know as
Yeah.
a parent, I did not know.
When my mom refused to give me things as a child, she didn't just say no. I want you to know that. I don't know what other parents did, but my mom, when she'd say no and I say why, shouldn't say go away. She would give me a reason.
Yes.
Yeah? That's the problem that very many
right.
parents are missing out now.
Yes.
So I
Their
think
children are like
recently we should-
nuisances. They ask you a question, you say no, and you're like, don't bother me. And yet there is a reason why you're kids.
Yeah, you
are
have to
asking.
let the
If
child
you
know that you're
explain to your
refusing
child that
because
look,
you love
I am
them.
not refusing,
We
not
should,
because you're
we
malicious,
should
because you
invite-
don't deserve it.
Sometimes soon we should
Oh, I'm
invite
not refusing
parents.
to
We
give
should
you
have,
a
should have a
phone.
parents
Can I have my
podcast,
mama
yeah?
please?
Yeah.
Parents
You said, I'm
podcast
not
and I
refusing
ask
to
them,
give you a phone because you don't deserve it or because you're a bad kid. But because I have decided
That you're not ready.
You're not
It is
ready
not
to
the
have
right
one.
thing for you.
You get me?
And as your
That's why I
parent,
told
I
you,
know
for
what
us
is
in my
best
class,
for
we
you.
were only 3. But I was in Lohana Academy. Very many students, exactly. Very many students could afford a phone.
very many.
Ask yourself why.
Their
They
parents
did.
said
Their
it.
parents didn't get
Yes,
it. It's
they
not 'cause
knew
they
that
couldn't
my
afford
kid
it.
is the one who goes
But they know
and
that
writes
my
behind
kid
the
is the
door.
one
Mommy and Daddy
who goes
came
and-
downstairs
Exactly.
last night.
What, like,
Educate
Anyway.
yourself before you bring something home to your
Yes,
kids. Educate
because
yourself.
when that kid becomes
Educate
addicted to
yourself.
pornography-
Yes, it is your
Guys.
voice. Educate
Guys,
yourself.
listen.
When that
Earlier,
kid
earlier you were saying you can police your children. All this
Yes.
stuff you're saying.
No,
is
okay, you guys
new
listen.
version.
as an excuse, don't give the internet, don't
Yes.
give TikTok as an
as
excuse.
a dad,
Know
yeah.
that my kid was doing challenges. Why did you not know
No,
that?
what have you been
Are you
doing?
saying
What
that
are you doing?
your
What are you
kid
doing?
is-
that
So you guys are
is
talking about
important?
being more present.
Yes, as a
aren't
parent.
present.
More
Millennials.
present.
That girl has no
Involved.
money in her life.
Millennial present.
She has no
Are not
dad.
present.
But you
They are
believe
leaving their kids with a maid and the iPad and
Thank
going
you.
out to
Yes.
Cubana.
Thank
That's
you.
what millennials, when you're younger, I'm sure there are times when people would say stuff to you and you're like, what does that mean? And then
Exactly.
they laugh and they're like, you don't know what that means.
Thank you very much.
And then you go and tell someone and they ask you, where the hell did you
Where-
Did you hear that
Yeah.
from?
That's what they
Yeah.
mean by you being raised well and
Raised
them
well.
not being raised
Exactly.
well. Because they were exposed to things too
So number
soon.
one is bad parenting is the reason
It's
why.
not
Yes.
bad parenting. It's unpresent parenting.
Yes, that's
Because you
bad
can be present and still be a bad parent.
Exactly, that's
I'm
what I'm saying.
telling
Bad
you.
parenting.
Okay, bad parenting.
Yes,
Yeah.
bad parenting.
So it's not about.
Part of bad parenting is being not present.
You may
but
be
also
there
being
and
present.
you know,
and you
the
think
for every
money,
time you're home,
you
it's
think
a
because you
war
give
zone.
your kid money, you give them the best phone because you
Abuse.
Thank you.
Child abuse.
But
And
abuse.
you're saying
You're
present, like being
yes.
a present parent. Why
Yes.
you're always home because you're always
But
beating
you're
them.
beating the wife.
Yeah, you're beating. Totally. Guys are standing in a line when they see that like that is coming.
Sorry, guys.
And yeah, that is always home.
We have discussed the topic. We know what it was about. Starting from Hilda, because you know ladies first. Hilda, how do you think this came about?
Honestly, like so many issues. Of course, first issue is bad parenting. the parents of this 14-year-old are not present. They don't know where she is, what she is doing, what she's involved in, and it is pretty sad. She's on social media dressing up, half naked, checking her bum, and then all her videos everywhere. You've seen all of them. It really breaks my heart. I had curfew till I was at campus. My dad bought me my first phone when I was in Form 6 vacation.
And now you appreciate that.
And that's when even he allowed me to grow my hair. I know.
Because now you know he was keeping you safe.
Exactly.
Who are the people or the parties that you feel are most responsible for what is going on?
One, the parents of all the individuals involved, and the man himself.
The owner of the house.
Yes, the owner of the house. It is
How
okay
about
to beat
the
up.
kids, the ones who are involved? Don't you think they are responsible for their own actions? You haven't mentioned them.
What about the
Hilda,
14-year-old?
14 notwithstanding, 18-year-old, the one who was slapping this girl about like she gave birth to her. Can we also agree that there are very many children their age that do not behave like that?
Yes.
And those children also might be in the same situations whereby they are from abusive homes,
Yes,
homes
please.
where they have absentee parents.
Yes, please.
But somehow they have that moral kind of
The moral
to know what is
compass,
right
yes,
and what is
yes.
wrong. So can we agree that these kids are also responsible?
Yes, and they are spoiled brats. My dad used to threaten me. I know without a shadow of a doubt that if
If you have a strict man in the household, things gonna get dark.
my dad told me
Another-
that even though he ever sees me in any video at campus going out, that'll be the last time he ever pays for me school fees.
And he meant it when
And he meant it when he said that.
you could. It was not a threat, my
Eh?
dear.
Do you know what
It was
other
a
people?
Have you met my dad?
Yes.
When you're a parent, you
I'm
don't
saying.
you don't have time to threaten your kids.
Was a promise.
That is being abusive. You tell the truth in the
Yes.
moment.
Okay. Yeah, and it got things handled. Interesting.
What do you think is the solution to what is happening right now? What do you think we should do? What do you think parents should do?
We should go back to the roots. Sit down with your children and have honest conversation, because I know that times have changed and parenting dynamics have changed, but we need to find a meeting point between modern parenting and the parenting.
So
of-
better
yes.
parenting. Imagine like the
Not
way the
better.
mom said, imagine they don't have an extended family. Like she had this child, maybe the mother didn't even know who the father is. Like imagine it's just them. Imagine this is your daughter Hilda. What do you do in
No
that
mwana
moment?
akulemada nyiza okukubera migo.
That's the thing.
Eh?
Did you see them beating her? Was she moving? That's why I said the man I am.
Exactly.
Yeah, mkuba migo
The chick they were beating, the
ngata
chick-
moving.
She wasn't feeling anything.
Mother mazagali enti. I don't know who their kids are. I don't even know who their parents are, because can never be my parents or anyone I'm related to, because I'll be hella dead by now. No, my dad.
You guys.
Oh, no, I become speechless. I'm telling you. You're not here, that person.
For you, how do you think this happens? I mean, it's the same thing with you. All of this just stems from like bad parenting and bad friends and bad groups and
Okay,
just
bad parenting and also influences, yeah?
yes, bad influences in general, because it comes like, first of all, the girl, her lifestyle. We all know that she was not there at the guy's house to eat pancakes. The guy, also him, whether it was intentional or unintentional, he shouldn't have been taking part in this whole mess. Even the girls were beaten. One of the girls was sleeping with the man, the rest weren't. Why?
So why is the other one joining in, unless you're secretly jealous?
But Martha,
of this
that's
young girl
that's
who you
the
feel
thing
is
you keep
making
on
more
telling
moves
me,
than
that
you.
you
So
feel.
who do you think is responsible for you?
Start with the man, the owner of the house.
If you're a predator, really disgusting. She's 14. If you're not, why are you trying to trick this young girl into wanting you so that these girls can beat her? The only explanation to me is you
He's
were
a
actually
predator who
sleeping
got
with
caught.
this girl.
Exactly, the girlfriend.
And the
got
girlfriend
him.
found out, someone reported her and
That's
said
why
maybe
I
this
also
girl is
suspect
sleeping with
so.
your man. The person I'm blaming, number 2, is that little girl's mom. I don't care what you're going to say.
How?
There are
Your daughter
14-year-olds
should
who
not-
are doing way better and they're in worse situations than you and your girl.
So
They
you
could have
guys-
killed this girl. They
People
could have
don't go
murdered
swimming
her in
until
the
they're
house.
Guys, I want to say one
And
thing.
the mother would have never
You guys,
fought.
but you guys, have you noticed?
That's
You
true.
guys, have you noticed that I feel like sometimes that moms
can't
are
be that
softer
bad.
parents than actually
No.
dads.
Hey, if it's a single
some-
mother.
We have people that
Have
we
you ever
know.
come
Some
across a
women
single
are
mother?
very
There are
lenient.
people that we know
Okay,
who are
first,
not
guys,
a single
guys,
mom
guys,
even
guys,
5
guys,
guys.
stay.
First, so far said you're blaming the owner of the house, the man in the middle. You're blaming the mother of the victim. Yes. Who else are you blaming? I'm blaming the victim and the girls. All
The
of
victim
them.
and her friends.
Yes. She didn't apologize. I also blame those girls for being rough and being violent.
Yes,
I don't know
they
who taught them
shouldn't have
violence
done
when these are
that.
women. Bad
Exactly.
parenting. But also you can't keep blaming your parents. You're 18.
Exactly, you need to make
chick I'm
amends and
sure
all
beats
that.
very many girls for her men. Cause
She's an expert, clearly. I think I one and no.
it's the fact that times are tough, everyone wants money. I'm sure that's why she's beating the girl instead of
The
confronting
other
the
chick is
man.
18, that one was beating.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
she's
No,
trying to
like
survive.
I've gotten off the victim.
Brother, you've really gone.
I've gotten off the victim. I've
You've
the
gotten
chick.
in there.
I'm like, now that's why you're beating the girl instead of asking the man.
Addressing the real issue that this
addressing
guy,
this
why
nigga
is
was-
he inviting your
he's a
younger
pedophile.
friend
You're not even
over
crying.
to his house?
Saying, why are you sleeping with the young
You're just
girl?
beating this girl
But
in
you're
front
beating
of
the
him
girl
to show
saying
him
you're
that, look,
sleeping
I'm the
with my
woman
man.
for you because I'm willing to fight
Yes,
for
there is
you.
a desperation for this nigga.
Your parents are failing.
That's why he was there, stayed on the side, cross-legging, because he's like, these chicks are going to fight for me because I got the money.
all right. So you,
TikTok is exposing people to lifestyles, and they think that at 14 they can.
You
take
know,
yachts to
I
Dubai.
saw me. I feel like TikTok
I
is
don't
no
know.
longer falling in the category of social media. It's a different kind of demon. If you know your parent there and you have a teenager who's on TikTok, I beg you better wake up at 3 and pray for them.
What about the ones who are making?
kid who makes money
very-
off YouTube.
Of
He was
YouTube.
like
Why?
the biggest.
Very many.
He reviews
Of course
toys. He
they're
was
That
the
one is
biggest
different.
earner.
You know how we
But that's
review
different.
toys.
That
The
is a
parents
kid.
buy him the toys.
buy him the
The
toys.
parents
Listen,
run the
listen,
page.
the TikTok guys I'm talking about
written
here,
in the
Uganda,
comments.
Yeah.
they've been approached by all
So
these
that's
other
different.
Mirinda.
I do not want a betting company to be the one sponsoring my child. If
So
betting
I
is
said
not
betting
allowed,
companies cannot sponsor
betting is not allowed for 25 and below. So why is a teenager being the one
That's
who
a crazy
is
topic.
influencing betting? Come
That's
on,
like-
to say as a parent, the devil is always on the prowl.
That's why I said the time.
You must be someone who's conscious.
The times, what has
Everyone
told you the
needs
times?
money.
Someone needs some money.
What would you do? What do you think is the solution?
The only thing that people need right now is Christ. That's my
Amen.
answer.
Buli muntu asabire munne. Buli muntu asabire
Well,
munne.
how?
Psychotherapy is not going to help anyone. Counseling is not going to help anyone.
Rhoda, where is your hope in humanity?
And
have
things
hope
can't
in
fix
God.
you when they can't fix themselves.
These people are not actually exposed to God. They're just exposed to the boring parts of God, where you just have to go and pray and say Amen. To actually know God is what they need. People don't know God. Otherwise, we wouldn't be beating a 14-year-old. You'd know that this chick is lost. She's
Exactly.
So who needs
Yes.
Who needs guidance? Who needs a real mother? And that nigga is also a demon sent
A
from
predator.
hell.
I know.
Satan. For you, how do you think?
Bad parenting to the internet, guys.
So
I
you mean
don't-
like
I-
social media?
Social media, actually, sorry. Social media apps, especially the ones where we have to post our pictures.
Who do you think is responsible? In this situation of
Yeah.
Derek, you're there, you're a parent, someone sends you videos
Of course
either
now.
of your girl beating or your girl being
Bad
beaten.
parenting. Parents are responsible for this. 2, 14-year-old, yes. She's number 1.
Yeah.
You're like you're 14, like you know if you're going to go and sleep with men.
You have common
okay, you may have your
sense.
reasons,
Hey, you're
because
14.
personally,
There
I
is
don't
no reason for a 14-year-old to be
What
sleeping
do you
with
do?
her
Exactly.
friend's
There is
man.
no
Oh, wait,
reason.
with that
Thank
friend's
you.
man.
She's not just
That's
like
mad.
Not
she's
any
not
man,
good.
not any man, friend's man, neighbor's man, not any man.
you.
She has no business sleeping with any man
all
at
moral
14 years.
like friends and community surrounding.
So
You
like
know?
basically
Like
her
us even growing up,
associations,
people would
family,
see you on the
friends
road,
and family, the
a
people
random
she-
guy, like the guys will be around, like even in your
the people you're
neighborhood.
around. She matured way before her age. Now she thinks that her body is a direct correlation to her common sense, and it's not.
Sabula.
Just because your breasts are big does not mean you're an
Beautiful
adult.
too.
You can be young and your body matures before your brain, and that's what
Preach.
happens to a lot of girls who end up either marrying young, having young kids, getting kids young, or being married off by their families. You're not ready to buy a bra for your daughter. You're like, Mama Jana, really? You're a failure. As a parent.
Wow.
But that has been.
Honestly, as Ugandans now, we're just
So negligent.
we are tired, or there's something like guys are just. We shall just look at it and
Move on.
move on. It's sad, but that's where we are. So we are sad and we are tired. Man, look at how far it got.
The fact that it moved so far.
So far, like people have pictures.
People are just sharing
people are
it,
talking-
laughing,
people are
making
sharing,
it a
like, look at
joke,
it,
a
look at
meme.
it. I'm like, you guys, why are you even sharing this? So,
Exactly.
know.
Like, why would you post that on your status?
so I'm just like,
So let's say we are being desensitized.
So, and-
Desensitization also.
Yes. And then like,
14-year-old girl.
Yes.
you guys, I saw someone
but
saying
like,
that
you know, this sharing.
Nicole, you deserve it. That's how you be when you're on. I mean, I'm like, you're a grown-ass woman who
Are
is
you
married,
serious?
and you're trying
Saying
to say that.
about a
Yes,
child.
and you were a
But
mother.
What do you think we should do?
we should do as a country. One, we need to. Well, you guys mentioned God. One, we need to pray.
Yes.
But prayer is not enough. That's why you can't pray and make money. You have to work. Pray
just
act.
pray alone.
Don't just pray like. That's what as a country we need to pray and act on it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think we need to heal, all of us. as a country and love one another.
What I mean is this: you've said we need
We
to
need
heal.
practical
How?
solutions.
How do we heal?
I want to do National Healing Day and we stay
Look
home.
where-
Then we need to be present for society. Better community values. Like I feel like our community system pulled out with all this urbanization happening. Your
Back in
aunties
the
don't
day,
know
your
where you
neighbor
are.
could beat your kid. Today,
Back
your
in the day, your
neighbor
neighbors,
beats your kid, you have them
you take them to
arrested.
police. Back then, the neighbor could clap you
Because
for doing some
if
rubbish.
this, you guys ask yourself, is this man indeed has neighbors? So the neighbors are not seeing a
They
14-year-old
That's what I'm saying. All those guys.
Yeah,
They
I
need to.
was flat when I saw this chick running out. In my mind, I'm like, where are
The neighbors.
People don't care.
People are tired.
People are tired.
That's why I told people are
They're
tired.
like, nah, my business.
But I'm giving you that tiredness that even from night, no one no longer comes to. Those days, neighbors would even help you make him do it. Unless you have an askari or dogs. Say if I'm the only one entering my house and I have no guards. And so these things, man, when a society that is broken.
Our letter for the day. Mr.X fathered 2 kids when he was a teenager. He fathered these kids with 2 different women. One child came from a fling with, you have an attraction with someone you're young, with teenagers. And another came from, the sister's friend. They are both boys. He does not have a relationship with his kids. Said my firstborn son is sitting for PLE this year. The second child, he has a good rapport with the mother because when it was her wedding recently, he contributed to her wedding. Mr.X has been married for 4 years. He says he has 2 kids with his wife. His wife does not know that he fathered 2 sons previous to their coming together. Recently, the family of his eldest boy reached out to him and told him that it's time for him to know his father, the father's family. He needs to know the extended family. Now he's basically asking what should he do because he did not tell the wife. And now he feels like if he discloses to the wife now, 2 kids down the road, 4 years into the marriage, he might lose everything. So he's worried. He's like, should I allow this to happen? Should I allow these kids to come? Or should I continue with the silence that has been working? Basically, he's in a conundrum. He doesn't know what to do. What should he do? Please give us your opinion.
First of all, Mr.X is late. Secondly, he should drop the bomb now. What's the worst that can happen?
The worst is that she can leave him.
Yes.
But as a person, you have no comments as to your friend and the kind of father that he
I'm
is.
like, well, you have to apologize. Of course, apologizing for men is kissing us for things we're not even going to believe, literally. Now you don't get Oh yeah, apologizing. Not just stop on saying I'm sorry. You're going to have to do things later. I don't think it's just going to let
So how do you
That's
apologize?
the point.
How do you apologize for fooling me for the past 4 years of
I
my
don't
life?
know. That's on Mr.
Or even
X.
longer. Maybe they even dated before the 4 years.
That's on Mr. X, guys.
So basically, you just feel like he needs to sit down and say it and apologize.
and apologize.
Hilda, what do you have to say about this whole situation and what is your advice?
Very many men and some women have children when they are younger, and then when they meet their perfect match, they want to start all brand new and erase parts of themselves, lie, deny their children, and all that nonsense that they do. I do believe that love covers. So if someone loves you, they'll accept you with your children. If they don't, they can go. I tell you what.
Yes, that love conquers all is not what people are trying to settle for sometimes. People just I want
So
you
if
to
you
know
do
what
not want to
back
settle
really
for that, that is your problem. We are telling you that there's a better love out here, but if you want a lesser love, it's okay.
So you can lie about
You
your
just need to know that it's a lesser love.
Nadia, you can't tell me that loving someone's child is an extension of your love for them. I can never wake up and love you, Martha.
Thank
We've been
you.
friends for 10 years, and then you have a
you.
child and I do not
And
love
I don't
them.
love that kid. That means you never loved me.
It's a lie.
Thank you. Because you will love everything that is mine and everything that came from me.
Exactly.
And there's a person who's becoming your one, your wife, your partner, your whole. That kid is no longer yours. That is our kid. You told me you're like, baby, we have a child.
Exactly.
You're like, we have a son. We have sons. Prepare me mentally. Let me take a chance. But these kids might be there thinking, our father married for 4 years. His wife is keep us from our dad because you have never tried to cultivate a relationship. You have never tried to introduce them to their younger siblings. I'm a victim of my own life.
If someone can lie about something like that, what else is he lying about?
Thank you. It's the fear. Who
Exactly.
are you?
Like,
Who the
who
hell
are
did
you?
I marry?
Like, who are you?
Who on earth? So
That's why I
basically,
said
he
he's
needs to
late.
tell the truth.
He needs to tell the truth, because if a woman wakes up and leaves, it's okay because that is her choice. Say that this man has lied to me and I cannot stay with him. And that is okay.
What do you think about the situation and what would you advise?
You waited to first have kids with her, knowing that I can
You're trapping her
trap her
twice.
the second time.
Thank you very much.
How to
She
do
wants
that?
to trap
She's
the
not
first
going
time.
anywhere.
All the men out there who are doing this, don't think that your reasons are justifiable.
There is no
You're
reason.
trapping this person.
Yes.
Because like if I was a woman who had a child and then you fell in love with me and you introduce me to your family and we get married and then later I tell you, oh, I have this 4-year-old out there, you wouldn't look at me the same way.
Exactly.
And it's not just because you're having children out there that we don't know, but it's much more than that. How can you hide children? Hiding children, something that's going to follow you till you die? I don't understand.
I'm not trying to make women any less than men are, but women can be married off and enter new homes. These are your sons. Wherever they go until the day they die, they will carry your lineage. Whatever they do can affect you, whether
But
you
you
are.
have- yeah.
How do you do that? What kind
You
of
have, to,
man?
you have to think of
You're a
it. You have to
failure.
think of it in an honest way. Yeah. Me, I don't see your reason for doing that. All unjustifiable. They are cowardly. You hiding it from her, saying that, oh, your friend, she won't marry you. That's cowardice, because you want to get married to someone who truly loves you, even with your children.
Exactly.
So, anyway, for advice, just tell her.
Just
what
tell
she
her.
gives you or what she doesn't. Rather tell her now, because she rather hear you have a 1 in Form 1 than hear you have 1 in first year. Just tell her now,
Earlier
because
better.
if you,
The longer
she already
you
has
take,
2
the worse
kids
it
with you.
gets. That kid is 12 years. For that chick, it's 12 years of lies. From the moment
And
I
it's
met
stupid,
you
because these
till the
kids
moment
came
I find out
before.
you were lying to me.
At least if these kids came after me, if
You
you
would-
cheated
you would
on
have
me,
a
I would
reason to
understand why
fear.
you're fearing.
But they came before. You tricked me,
It's
okay?
fake, it's
So you
fake.
wanted me to be your baby mom. Yes, okay.
Basically, you don't have faith in that love.
I have a friend who ended up in a relationship with a person, but he told her just a few dates in that he has a daughter who is
And that is the information you disclosed
her
a
when
few
she
days
told me,
in.
yeah.
Yes,
When
why
she
waste
told
your
me,
time?
do you know what she saw? She saw a responsible man. He was in a relationship with a mom and things didn't work out, but he's taking care of the child. You rather your wife see you like that.
So you can choose.
that you're
It's like, look, if
responsible.
you take me,
But
take me
he's
with
afraid
mine.
because he knows he was a deadbeat dad. Just like what?
You had those kids
Let
when
us
you were
say-
in your teens. You're now an adult.
them
You've
in
had
your
even
teens.
2 other
You're not
children.
even present in their
Even these
lives.
2 other children whom you have, when your babies are smiling, you're not saying, "Oh, I wonder how
Sad.
my sons."
Sad.
What kind of man are you?
He's seeing his past as a threat to
Failure.
his new
You're a
perfect
victim.
life.
You're a victim of your own life.
And well, for the 14-year-old, well, I hope she finds balance in this life, and I hope this does not, I hope some change, but knowing Uganda, the next 2 weeks we shall be okay. On this guy, Mr.X. Mr. X is you're not the first man to go through these situations, and you won't be the last. What you did was wrong, yes, but life happens. As it happens, take control. Yeah, I think that's what I have to
What
say.
do you mean as it happened? That's all. What you did.
No, you need to tell her. I need to tell her like,
Tell her and
like
achieve
now.
achieve, whatever
Yeah, like
comes,
whatever
comes.
comes, like
If it comes that this chick has decided she don't want to be with him, should he also abandon these other 2 kids he had with her? Because
I guess-
he is a master at abandoning.
We shall- I guess-
abandoning kids.
That's her choice.
That's her
Mother,
choice
come.
now.
Be a better
To stay
man.
with him. That's for the wife to decide.
Of course, telling her.
Let me just pray for you that she forgives you, because human beings, they make mistakes. By the time you're 18, okay, that changed. Because that's not the way to live life.
And regardless of what you go through, or what you've been through, or whatever your parents have gone through, or whatever people have done to you, you can always grow from it and evolve and be a better person. There is no excuse in the world for you to choose to handle things a certain way, to choose violence, to choose lies. There's always a better way. Let us grow and learn from circumstances, because when you are one person who's always doing the same thing over and over again,
Yes.
you have the same problems every day and night. Today they fight, you steal someone's money, ninja. To what end? People who are married and all of that, polygamy is a concept that has existed till the beginning of time. Yes.
Stop trying to pretend like
yes,
it's so hard.
it is nothing.
Like
it
it's
is
something so
nothing
new.
new. That be someone's second wife, but when I am legally and financially protected, other than being in an delusion of a relationship with a man, they give me slaps.
Our young girl, we love you, and we hope
Right.
that you find people that love you too. Because people that love you are the ones who tell you that
The truth, yeah.
So it may not sound or come to you the way you expected it to come to you, but as outsiders looking in, we can see that you're just a young girl. You're not bad, you're not evil,
I'm not the same girl I was when I was 15 years old. You can grow and you will grow to become a better person. But this is a moment in time for you to check the people you have around you.
To reflect.
Reflect on who you are and also reflect on the people that you have been rolling around. Because these girls could have killed you. Something could have happened because of a man. You're going to lose your life because of someone who did not even care enough for you. I don't think that is right. So you're young, you're loved, you have a mother, she was with you at police. Clearly, even so many people who saw that video and felt touched and triggered.
It was traumatic.
Please treat yourself. And she's a beautiful girl. I saw you, like, you're a beautiful girl. Please, you can find a man who love you and respect you and honor you like the queen that you're supposed to.
Name, we're not talking about us. The ones who beat her even knew that they
ones
who got beat.
Mr.X, please tell your wife, because she deserves to know. You should have told her even before she became your wife, before she became your mother of your children. But I feel like you're a coward and you're also a failure as a man and as a father. You abandoned 2 sons. I understood you had these kids when you were in your teens, but so did the women who carried them.
But you're no longer a teenager right now. You're no longer a teenager.
Now you're a grown man, you have 2 children. You are thinking you can just move on with your life. Man up. Tell your wife what's going on. If she has a big heart and she knows Christ, if you're lucky actually, she'll forgive you and you guys will move in. But do not act like you don't have these kids, because they are yours. Even when they die, they'll be yours. They'll either bring them to bury them in your compound or where you're supposed to be buried. So do not wait for a time like that to shock your wife and tell her that, oh, this whole entire marriage I've been a dishonest man. You can begin today to be a better man, be a better dad.
Yes.
Because if you have children out there and you can't even look after your own kin, even rats, cockroaches look after their kids, what kind of person are you? So please man up, become a human being, grow up, and do what you're supposed to do. Thank you guys so much for being here with me.